Well, welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Cutlery Outdoors, a White River Knives Ursus rendition, if you will. Listen, before we go too far, guys, there was a time in this country where 22 veterans a day took their own lives. That number's going down, but anything above zero is just unacceptable. Vince, you're welcome here, man. We love you. We're back to Blue over here with Sport Leo to the chagrin of many. Scab, how do you do that? Well, we don't break the damn law. And finally, if you are an addict, never quit quitting. So, we're in this like bushcraft mode right here, guys, with a little higher end bushcraft knives. Now, let me just say this up front. This White River knife, this was sent to me by my guy JR, who's just kept me in business. There's Megatron in the back. So, JR, brother, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. This one, like all of JR's knives, there's something special about it. This is CPM 3V. The overall length is 9.5 inches. The blade length is 4.5 inches. The blade thickness is 0.158 or 0.158 inches. Come on, Scab. Or 4 millimeters thick. Like I said, it's CPM 3V. The blade finish stone wash. The handle materials micarta. It weighs 8.3 ounces. Now, this is my first White River Knives demonstration. And I got to tell you, man, I'm just way impressed. I love JR's taste. I love the knives he sends. I'm getting more and more and more into this style of knife. This thing's one of the sharpest damn knives out of the box I've ever demoed. And I say that a bit, but it's like each one passes the other. Now, I opened this thing up, man, with a shot at work. Here's why, guys. I'm going to go into some of this while we talk about this knife. I don't know what the hell I was doing there. There's Megatron. She's enjoying the demonstration. Look at her. Oh, look at the joy on that girl's face. Just loving watching her old man work right there. Now, back to the knife. Here's the thing. This thing is razor sharp, and I wanted to show you a shot of me at work. I actually, that sandblast hose had blown out. We cut a zip tie. We cut the blast hose. Guys, listen, yes, this is a bushcraft knife, but if you can do what I do at work with it, you can do just about anything with it. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous knife, beautiful knife, and it's 4 millimeters thick. Now, here we go. I'm going to show this twice for some damn reason. Megatron's excited. Oh, no, I'd already cut it one time, cut it twice. So, here's the deal. We're going to do the Donnie B all day drop test, the Donnie B all day throw it at the stump test. I like demoing stuff at my job. It shows real world actual use. Guys, if I can use a knife at work, I can use a knife in the field. Here's what I mean by that. You got to be careful. Like when I was cutting the zip tie, you have to be careful so I don't cut my dead man hose. All right? So it can do some smaller tasks. It can do some finer tasks. This thing shaved wood like a razor, son, or like CPM 3V sharpened up like a razor. Really, really comfortable in hand. Now, we do the drop test. We do the throw it at the stump test. We test the tip. We test the balance. But we also want to check the handle scales. Does it jar them loose? Is there any give? Is there any slippage? I'm going to tell you on this particular set of handle scales, everything held firm. Everything held good. The balance on the knife is very good. And again, guys, comfortable. It comes with a Kydex sheath with a leather dangler. A little different option. You can see I'm wearing it in this video. Now right here, we're chopping some 12 gauge wire. And again, guys, I try to go with demonstrations or tests or whatever you want to call them based on some of the stuff that I do now and work that I've done in the past. All right? Because to be honest with you, I do more stuff with a knife at work than I do anywhere else. All right? Camping, yes, and all that. But I work more than I camp. You can believe that. Now here's some of that 2-inch toe strap. And I like this particular demonstration with the 2-inch toe strap or the ratchet strap, whatever you want to call it, because everybody's had some experience with it. Most adults have. So you know how tough it is. And here's the thing, guys. If it will cut that 2-inch ratchet strap, if you can use the tip and split it in two that cleanly, it'll skin, okay? Here's some sandblast hose at the house that we tried. And I can tell you this, with a couple quick pushes, it went right in, cut this stuff pretty good. And then I believe, I want to double check what we're going to do here. We're going to push straight down on it. Now, that goes to speak to the sharpness of the knife. If the knife isn't sharp enough, that hose is going to wobble, it's going to buckle. The other thing about that hose is it's steel belted, just like this tire sidewall that we're using. This is the John Peter stab test. And basically, guys, again, we're testing the tip, we're testing the handle scales. I'm cutting the thing in half right here. I've got to get some new tire. Lord knows I've cut up enough tires. I just need to take the time and process some up for this stab test. I like doing the stab test because not only does it test the tip, not only does it test the handle scales, it also tests to see if there's any hot spots, if there's any slippage. We don't wind it up. We just do a quick 6-8 inch punch like right here, straight down, straight stab. We don't go crazy and get good penetration. I believe we went through 2 pieces clean, which is 1/4 inch. So it went through 1/2 inch of a sidewall of a tire. So that's pretty stout. Now, zip tie test. Again, not testing the edge or testing the sharpness, but we're testing the edge, see if it chips, if it rolls. Here's the deal, guys. I do some of the same demonstrations over and over and over, and I know it gets redundant, but here's why. With each knife, you can see how it performs. You can go back to other videos, see how one knife compares to the other. And if a knife isn't up to snuff, you'll be able to pick it out very quickly. We add some demonstrations. We take away some demonstrations. We do different things, but the basic premise, we're going to do a push cut here. The basic premise is the same. And I'll be honest, man, I was super impressed with this. This is my first, like I said, it's my first White River knives. Heard a lot about them, seen some of them, but never really had the opportunity to demonstrate one. This one in 3V, CPM 3V, came just, now look at that, straight down. Come in super sharp. It did everything I needed to do. And the one thing that I would ask, y'all know that I always say I'm a novice at best. That's the truth. Y'all always say, or I always say, turn off the volume, the noise, and watch the knife work. It's a good idea to do that. It really is. Just watch the knife go to work. Now look right here. This is an old piece. I don't even know what kind of stick it is. I ain't gonna act like it is, but it's old. It's dried out. And you can see right there, a little bit of push, but the knife goes through. We make some good feather sticks. If I wanted to make a stake, and basically all I'm doing is feather sticking around the entire diameter of the stick until it breaks off, falls off, whatever, and then you'll have like a bouquet of feather sticks, and you have the beginnings of a tent stake or any kind of stake you would need. So I kind of like this demonstration. And again, we call them demonstrations because the shit we do ain't scientific. It just not. You know what I'm saying? But again, the videos are redundant. They're redundant on purpose so that you can go back and make some comparisons, especially right now while we're in these bushcraft knives, and they are some phenomenal ones. Now, JR has sent another group of knives on the way, so I'm pretty fired up about that. I have one more of these to test out, and I believe it's the LT Wright. I'm super stoked about that, but we'll do that one probably tomorrow. But look right here, man, all up and down, and I'm the world's worst feather sticker. I say it every video. This thing is a knife shaving machine, okay? It processes up wood very well. We're going to do some batoning. We're going to do some things like that. Now, normally would I baton? No, I don't really have to down here in the South, but it's a good idea. Again, is there any vibration? Is there any hot spots? Is there anything that would show up? No. The knife is well made. It's well built. The micarta handle scales are insanely comfortable. The control on this knife is insanely comfortable. It just works. The damn thing just works. Now, I believe JR picked this one up at DLT, and you can check them out right there. He gets a lot of his knives from DLT. They're a great option, so check them out. And again, we're not the damn QVC channel. I don't normally say a price or anything like that, mainly because I don't check on it before I do the review. Sometimes I probably should. But check out DLT, White River Knives, the Ursus in 3V. This is a bad boy. I think they make another style in S35VN, if I'm not mistaken. But jam up knife. And guys, you know, if you watch the channel, if you've been with us this month, June 23rd will be my 2-year anniversary. But if you've been with us for this 2-year ride, you know this is a knife I would have had difficulty showing last year, or I would have just done a bunch of chopping or something. So we're building a skill set. That's the other part of this channel, man. We're building a skill set. I'm hoping you'll come with me on this journey. Y'all know I ask about once a month for you to hit like, hit subscribe, and I'm going to ask you to do that on this video, and then I won't again for another month because I'll forget. But please, if you like the content, hit subscribe, hit like, hit the notification buttons. I post a ton. Now, here's the other thing I want to tell you. Thank you. Thank you for watching the video, man. I really, really appreciate the time a lot of you guys put in. Y'all put a ton of time in watching my content, and I am forever thankful for you. Let's do some quick shout outs, and then we'll get back to the knife and head on out for the day. Donnie B all day. My brother from another mother is marching to 10,000. Go subscribe to D-Bad. Joe from Steel Forged and Fire Sword and Knife. Awesome dude. Awesome channel. Go check him out. Blade Talk with Scab and Joe. That's my other channel, and we had a 2-hour Blade Talk last night with Matthew Jensen. Straight up badassery. Check that one out. My 2 special ones, until they get to 1,000, is Eric Hussein and Carl Ruger. 2 awesome, awesome brothers in the blade. Now, there will be links in the description to all those guys, plus a link to EDC Roundtable. You want to check that out. But guys, there's a ton of links in the description. Check all of them out. That's just part of our channel. We shout people out. We always will. Now, back to this. This is a hackberry or hackbush or some kind of tree. It's super dense. You really can't build with it, burn it, or do anything with it except demonstrate knives. It's super dense. It's a great way to test, and the Ursus had 0 problem processing it up. Again, I don't baton a whole lot except for these knife demonstrations. We do it to test the edge to see if it'll hold up. We do it to see if there's hot spots, if there's anything wrong with the handle. Each demonstration I do, while it's not scientific, it does serve a purpose. And again, I know they're redundant, so again, I'm thankful for y'all watching. But I'm hoping in this way, with these knives that we're showing now, it'll make for a good comparison. Listen, I love y'all. God knows I do. God bless y'all. I hope he does. My boy Mikey, whom I love, says never give up, never surrender, and everything will be okay. And Mikey's true. Listen, this is the Ursus White River Knives, straight up badassery. I'm Scab. You're not. I'm gone, son.